Manners, respect. Manners, respect people. I forget that out of the way at all times, or get that in the way at all times. Now, people, we're back on the learning, or we're back in class. So today we're gonna play something. Listen to how things is set up for us or against us. My love, start off with some information before we actually get into the lessons, right? So now we're gonna start off the lesson. Okay, so there's a longer version of this, but this one is a shorter version, right? So this is deconstructing Christianity. That's a channel, and this him uploaded over a year ago. So I'm just gonna play what him have to say and what the people them how the people them think.
Is that prior to integration, when the writing was on the wall that segregation was going to end, that Jim Crow was going to end, an economic war, an economic method of keeping Black people substandard in America was being put in place. Let me show you a demonstration.
Here is what sales psychologists have to say about selling to the Negro. Today, Negroes shop downtown. They shop in supermarkets. They shop in small neighborhood stores. They'll buy from anyone who wants to sell to them. But we all know that before you can sell to customers, you've got to get to know them. You must understand something about them. What do the Negro customers buy? Why do they buy? How do you sell to them?
The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed in one word. That word is recognition. Now, there's nothing unusual about that. People want to be recognized. They need recognition. That's basic in all of us. But perhaps because he's had so little of it, the Negro needs even more. He needs to feel important and appreciated. This need is a very real and important one. It shows up even in many of the Negro shops. Anyone who sells or wants to sell to the Negro customer should know about some of these habits. 3 habits in particular play a big part in every sales transaction. To begin with, most Negroes buy by brand. They ask for products by name. They're quick to...
Okay, and this is why I'm saying this is one of the things that I keep on saying. People don't look at you; they look at the clothes that you wear. So they'll judge you by your appearance, right? If they feel that the clothes that you wear is expensive, then they'll treat you with a little bit more respect as we continue.
They ask for products by name. They're quick to turn down off brands. Do you wonder why? Well, listen to what this customer is thinking.
That last hat I bought just didn't hold up at all.
You see, for a long time, the Negro has been sold a lot of shoddy, second-class merchandise. So now he asks for name brands in order to make sure he gets his money's worth. Buying by brand. That's the first important Negro buying habit. Now for the second. The Negro buys good quality merchandise. Symbols of quality and prestige are very important to the Negro customer. This woman, for example, is buying fine crystalware. But she is also buying the admiration and approval of her friends and relatives. Listen to her thoughts.
My, isn't it beautiful? I can hardly wait to show it to Sally and Joan.
Now, don't get me.
We love show off for each other. That's our favorite thing to do. People, I say, see the thing about it, we don't really think about the things them, We don't think about so much things. The key things for us to survive, the key things for us to be better. It's so important. And that are the thing what we are missing. Eh? As we proceed.
Hardly wait to show it to Sally and Joan.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we don't deserve nice things. As the man said in the video, our grandparents were sold shoddy material, sold the worst things because the society at the time didn't believe that we deserved anything nice. So when we got the opportunity and started making more money and we was able to buy nicer things, it is natural to buy those nicer things. One of the good things about in the 50s and 60s is that we didn't go into tremendous amounts of debt to have those things. Our ancestors recognized that purchasing your house as an investment was one of the biggest investments. Buying land was a primary investment. Creating methods to increase your wealth was one of the primary things that our ancestors had. Unfortunately, after integration, and we started saying that we want to purchase the goods from the enemy of the day, we forgot about our own people. We forgot about our own selves. And I have to say, during the 80s, when I was a teenager, everybody knows who was my age or older knows 80s was the time of expression. It was a time of luxury. It was a time of buying every goddamn thing. I mean, we bought in the 80s. Consumerism was at a high in the 80s, and debt became a big thing. Everybody had to keep up with the Joneses. Everybody had to figure out a way to have things that they couldn't naturally afford. We felt like we needed to have exactly whatever they had, and we lost our sensibility of good finances. And up until today, we have people who buy watches that are $8 million.
Up until today, we have people who buy watches for $8 million. Now, who are you impressing with a watch for $8 million? And why would you buy a watch for $8 million? Just because you have the money. You see, when we talk about our future, whatever few parents leave behind for us, we don't look at it like a legacy. We look at it like dead left, right? We never look at accomplishment of our parents as something that means something. We look at it like our own curse. So we don't think about legacy. This is why it's so easy for you can spend upon name brand where devalue after you buy it. You can't even sell it back at the price or you buy it for. Right? This is a financial downfall. This is why it's so tough because we have resistance, but we create resistance to ourselves too by putting ourselves in certain situation. I tell you, say if me never get injured, it's just it would have been nice if things did work out or I did want it. But me still I continue with the struggle, But as we proceed,
Boats and cars and all these things that are extravagant that most of them lose their value as time goes on. We buy things now to show off instead of buying things that are needed and then buying those things we desire, but maintaining our budget within purchasing those things. Many feel like they deserve to have the bigger house. Just look at the housing crash that happened around 2010. All these people who were making 40,000, 50,000 a year, because they was based on the LIBOR, they're buying these $700,000 houses, $500,000 houses. That once the interest only loan was over and the LIBOR corrected itself, they lost those houses. Many lost those houses. And the investors swooped in and took them all, re-gentrified the hell out of the neighborhoods, took those houses, and now people are paying rent. People are paying rents that are twice as much as what they would be paying if they had purchased a home that was within their financial means. I'm not mad at the Caucasian world for waging this war. They were doing what's best for them, what's best for business. The problem is we lost sight of what's best for us. This is
the problem is we lost sight on what's best for us. I'm rewind him a little bit.
They were doing what's best for them, what's best for business. The problem is we lost sight of what's best for us. This is why, and not to be heavily advertising, this is why you should join and get a subscription, not a subscriber, but get a subscription to my pages, because understanding how to live the hermetic alchemical life and to be sealed in it, meaning without fault, without blemish, controlling your finances is vital to that. If you choose not to join it, at minimum, go read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. It'll help get you started because it is one of the books that we're going to cover as we go through this year of becoming hermetically sound, hermetically sealed, and using the alchemy of our brain of going from lead to gold in so many different areas of our lives. But that video just shows that they were ahead of the game. They're thinking decades and decades, generations and generations and generations ahead. We have to start thinking generations ahead as well. So y'all have a great day. And remember always, you got to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibration.
Newport, New Jersey is
Okay. Again, the program, this it has 1.8 thousand views and it has 109 likes. It's me tell you, so the good programs, the educational program. I don't like say people don't know what it's all about. People know what it's all about. It's so important for them to press the like button if you send it into the algorithm. Again, Mr. I just go through information, finding the information them, it's like they're just coming up in my feed. Now there's a longer version of this video, right? Where the man is actually talking about how to sell to the Negro. And it pretty much are the same thing. If it's not broken, why fix it? If it's not broken, why fix it? I saw them people look on it, and it's been working for centuries. We put ourselves in a position to spend, and get nothing back in return. You see now them a boycott Target and them place there, right? That's how we're supposed to be doing it from a long time ago. We're not supposed to just have spend so with no control or no sense of why we're spending. We just have a stubborn way of just we don't care because some of those brands they don't even like us. Them say them never want to buy them stuff and we fight to buy them stuff. Them put them stuff at such a price it's not even possible for you to purchase it because it's so expensive. But we are purchased that anyways. We are find a way to buy that. We are gonna buy that no matter what. So when I see these things, I said these are the things that we don't look at. We don't look at these situations. And the people them will look at these situations, highlight them for us, put us in our position so we can learn. Them people that are the ones where get pushed to the back. How is it so hard for us to understand say nobody is coming to save us? Nobody wants to save us anyways. People think that we not deserve saving. Everything will happen to it because we give up ourselves all the time. We give up ourselves for nothing. We not get back nothing out of it. That me tell you with all the bad man them live them life. Them just live them life and dead and nothing no come out of it for them. Them family, kids traumatized. Funeral parlor, funeral home, cemetery. All of them people they get something out of it. And you not get nothing for sure. You don't have no legacy left behind other than one picture with wings on it and RIP. We have so much to offer, you know. We have so much to offer. We have so much to offer ourselves. But we choose people outside of we. You know, that's the funny thing, you know. Some people have them mother them whole life. Take care of them. Deal with them. And they meet somebody for a couple months and that the person tell them, say, yo, your mother is trash, your mother garbage. And you live with your mother for so long. And somebody come along and tell you, say, your mother trash, your mother garbage. And you believe them. Hmm? That's how it stays still. Say, we do it to ourselves. We do it to ourselves and then we blame others. If we take responsibility, and we can solve our own problem. Always say that, you know, unity is strength. But The hardest thing to understand. Because when people don't listen, it's when people don't listen and can't hear nothing. That's the truth. All right. So today, I pick a female, and later on, it's gonna be a male. The female today is Jerry Lynn Johnson. To tell us the truth, is me like going through all of this research and information on one person, and then this person is related to that person, or that person taught that person, and I tell us through history, it's a web of greatness, and we are the spider in the web. We just not do nothing to reinforce the web the way it was built. Love, honor, respect, integrity. The thing that made them people are great is that nothing could stop them. Nothing, no outside force, no racism, no color barriers, no Jim Crow law. None of them things that never stop them people. Yeah. But when you look upon it in today's society, that's still happening. All of them things they still up. But the fact, so we not see it, we not fight. Jerry Lynn Johnson. Jerry Lynn Johnson is an African American female conductor. She's the founder. She's the founder and artistic director of the Black Pearl Chamber Orchestra, a, prof- a professional ensemble in Philadelphia. Childhood and education. Johnson started piano lesson at the age of 4. I'm gonna say, ooh, with greatness. From the day we're born, we have greatness. Johnson started piano lesson at the age of 4. Her interest in orchestral literature and creating large-scale music beyond the piano developed after attending a performance of a Beethoven symphony when she was 7 years old. Ah, she lived in several places during her youth, attended 2 high schools, and graduated her senior year in Scottsdale, Arizona. Although Johnson did not have a formal music education in school, she had outside piano teachers. She then went on to study at Wesley College in 1993, where she received a bachelor's degree in music and religion. At this all female school, she was inspired by women graduates such as Hillary Clinton and Madeleine Albright. I don't know Hillary Clinton. Madeleine Albright was an American diplomat and political scientist who served as the 64th United States Secretary of State under President Bill Clinton from 1997 to 2001. She was the first woman to hold the position. She later received a master's degree in music history and music theory from the University of Chicago. Early accomplishments. Johnson attended the Aspen Musical Festival. I think that's in Colorado. Aspen. The Aspen Musical Festival and School is a classical music festival held annually in Aspen, Colorado. Scene. In 1998, after winning the the Jorge Mester Conducting Scholarship. She was the assistant conductor of the Chamber Orchestra of Philadelphia. Chamber Orchestra of Philadelphia, an American chamber, is an American chambers orchestra based in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Its principal concert venue is the Perryman Theater of the Kimmel Center for the Performing Arts, of which the orchestra is a founding resident company. From 2000 to 2004. In 2005, she received the Taki Concordia Conducting Fellowship, making her the first African American female to win an international award for conducting. Following these achievements, she had the opportunity to conduct orchestra from around the world, including the Philadelphia Orchestra, the Chambers of Orchestra of Philadelphia, the Chicago Sinfonietta. Okay, Chicago Sinfonietta is an American orchestra based in Chicago, Illinois. The Colorado Symphony, the Vermont, the Bournemouth Symphony, and the Weimar Staatskapelle. Staatskapelle. She was heavily influenced by her mentors of Simone Rattle. Okay, Simone Rattle is a British conductor with German citizenship. He rose to international prominence during the 1980s and 1990s while music director of the City of Birmingham Symphony Orchestra. Rattle was principal conductor of the Berlin. Well, listen to his name. His name is Rattle, Simon Rattle, and he is in music. That's okay. Marine Alsop is an American conductor, the first woman to win the Kosinski Prize for Conducting, and the first conductor to be awarded a MacArthur Fellowships. She is music director, laureate of the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra, and chief conductor of the Vienna Radio Symphony Orchestra. And Barendom. Daniel Moses Barendom is an Argentine Israel classical pianist and conductor based in Berlin, who also has Spanish and Palestinian citizenship. From 1992 until January 2023, Barenboim was the general music director of the Berlin State Opera and State Stats, Staatskapellmeister. Career. Johnson is the founder and artistic director of the Black Pearl Chamber Orchestra, established in 2008. Her orchestra received many grants from the National Endowment for the Arts. The National Endowment for the Arts is an independent agency of the United States federal government that offers support and funding for projects exhibiting artistic excellence. It was created in 1965 as an independent agency of the federal government by an act of the U.S. Congress signed by President Lyndon B. Johnson on September 29, 1965. It is a sub-agency of the National Foundation on the Arts and the Humanities, along with the National Endowment for Humanities, the Federal Council on the Arts and the Humanities, and the Institute of Museum and Library Services. style. Okay, so National Endowment for the Arts and became the only organization in the United States to earn 3 grants from the Knight Foundation Arts Challenge. She's also the current cover conductor of the Delaware Symphony Orchestra. So she's still working today. So the Delaware Symphony Orchestra is an orchestra based in the Wilmington, Delaware. It was founded in 1929 by the merger of the Wilmington Symphony Orchestra with the Wilmington Music School. The orchestra performs for 55,000 people annually, most in the Grand Opera Hotel. Composition. In addition to conducting, Johnson has composed many multimedia works. She has the opportunity to perform her own commissions for the See Here concert series at Kimmel Center at the Computer Visual Music Ensemble of Arts in Motion. Kimball Center for the Performing Arts is a large performing arts video venue at 300 South Broad Street and the corner of Spruce Street along the stretch known as the Avenue of Arts in Center City, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's owned by the Philadelphia Orchestra and Ensemble. Get there. It's owned by the Philadelphia. It's owned and operated by the Philadelphia Orchestra and Ensembles Art, which also manage the Academy of Music in Philadelphia. And as of November 2016, the Miller Theater, formerly the Merriam Theater, the center is named after philanthropist philanthropist Sidney Kimmel. The center is the home of the Philadelphia Orchestra, one of America's big five symphony orchestra, as well as the Ensemble Arts Presents series, including a variety of jazzy, comedy, rock, dance, speakers, and more. Okay. Recognition. Johnson has earned a 2009 Leeway Transformation Award, a 2010 honoree in Arts and Culture for the Power Shift, and a 2010 British American Project Fellow. She was named a 2010 Philly 360 Creative Ambassador by the Great Philadelphia Tourism and Marketing Corporation, a 2010 British American Project Fellow, and a 2011 Woman of Distinction by the Philadelphia Business Journal. Johnson has been recognized for her accomplishment on 2020, The Tavis Smiley Show on NPR and on NBC Today show along with Maureen Aslop and Joan Folletta. So this is one of the amazing, talented African female, Jerry Lynn Johnson. She's a conductor. Again, all of these information is just popping up. It's like all of these people is like they're just saying, okay, then fine, we've been around for a while now. It's time for us to be recognized. Again, she's alive, so she's getting her flowers. I just love learning about these people because the thing about it is, it needs to be told. Our story needs to be told. Her story needs to be told because there's so much more of these talented people out there. The skills that we possess, the ability that we have is so amazing. Okay, so here. Okay, so this is a next talented black artist. So her name is God Shongozo Shongodzo Godzo Shungudzo. Shongozo. Maybe the D is silent. Shongozo. Alexander Shongozo Govier, better known as Shongozo, is a Zimbabwean American singer and reality television personality. She first attracted media attention by being the first black female gymnast to represent Zimbabwe in artistic gymnastic at the 1999 All Africa Games, and later co-founding the Kijana Project, which provide relief for AIDS orphans. She later gained wide media attention as a cast member on the 2011 season of The Real World San Diego. Alexandra Govier was born in the United States and grew up in a rural village in Zimbabwe that was home to straw-covered mud huts and did not have electricity for running water. She is of Zimbabwean, French, and Amerindian descent. Her family eventually relocated to California, and as of the 1990s, she was living in Oregon. Career: Gavier practiced dancing and ballet, and according to her, became the first female of color to be on the Zimbabwe national gymnastic team at age 9. May I tell you, oh, this greatness is all true, right true. Her parents, both of whom are college graduates, encourage, encourage her in her studies as well. She studied calculus at age 10. Jeez, people. Greatness, man. And finished high school by 14. She later attended Stanford University, where she studied civil engineering. Me I tell you, me have to write down the information because these people are so amazing, me I tell you. And people are just, they have it. So this one is, get her name. So it's Alexandra Alexandra Shongozo, Shongozo, Shon. First female. Govia was the first black female artistic gymnastic to represent Zimbabwe at the 1990 All-African Games in Johannesburg. She was also the youngest member of the 162-member team. In 1997, Govia began collecting clothing for orphans who lost their parents to AIDS. By 2002, the Kijana Project, as it came to be called, had expanded to an international organization run by then 15-year-old Govia and her sister Sanj Sore, consisting of 50 members who aided orphans in 6 different countries, raising money for clothing, toys, and school supplies, as well as paying for the education of some AIDS orphans. Govia was spurred to this work after witnessing many of her childhood classmates affected by AIDS and seeing the rising number of orphans living on the streets of her area. In 2000, she worked with her sister in collecting money for Red Cross flood relief in Mozambique. For breaking the color barrier in artistic gymnastics and for her humanitarian work, Govia was designated a Disney UNICEF, Uni, UNESCO Millennium Dreamers Ambassador. Simon, people them that's out there doing the work for humanity. While attending Stanford University, Govia was discovered by Alicia Key, Grammy Award winning producer Kerry Crucial Brothers, Kerry Brothers, I nickname a Crucial, who had heard some songs Govia placed on MySpace for a mother to hear. Although she initially met with Brothers with the intent to be a songwriter, he made her sing vocals and recognized her talent. With him, she released a mixtape, Love is for Suckers. I'm a sucker for love. Ah, some songs from which are available on YouTube. Brass Magazine describes the mixtape as a high wattage soup of synthetic beats and heavy post production mixing, whose lyrics focus on the themes of love, jealousy, revenge, and anti consumerism. Describing Governor's voice, Goldner of Brass says her voice can range from bright and flute-like to a rougher, almost smoky honesty. Although Governor planned to debut a 2011 album with Crucial, she announced in October 2011 that she left Crucial to take the independent route. She has co-written a number of hit songs such as Lil Mix's Touch and Louisiana Johnson's Best Behavior, and has released a song on the 50 Shades Freed soundtrack. In 2018, she re-released her latest single, Paper. Govia was a cast member on MTV's The Real World San Diego, which aired. Govia was also a writer, host, and correspondent for both MTV Act and MTV Voices. I'm not a mother, but I have children. Shunguzo released It's a Good Day to Fight the System. Ah, may I tell you, say, oh, we are not easy people. I tell you, it's not easy. The first single from her debut album by Severco Records, Young Forever, BMG on October 30, 2020, as part of her three-track manifesto, I Motzi. According to American songwriter, Good Day is a bold, genre-defined anthem that balances passionate proclamations and sunny guitar and horn arrangements and stacked harmonies. Shanguzo followed up Good Day with the single To Be Me, which premiered on pay-per-video on February 2nd, 2021. There's only so much a soul can take. Song premiere on Zane's Low Apple's Music One radio show and video premiere on Flood. White Parents premiere on Consequences of Sound on April 14, 2021. And the title track, I'm Not a Mother, But I Have Children. For It's a Good Day and There's Only So Much a Soul Can Take. Shonguzo was recognized as an emerging artist to watch for in 2021 by people, hailed by Zane Lowe as completely unique and individual as an artist to match up with ASAP by Essence. Shonguzo isn't putting up with the bullshit anymore. Shanguzo performed There's Only So Much a Soul Can Take on June 19, 2021. Personal life. As of 2011, Govier was living in Los Angeles with her boyfriend Byron, whom she began seeing 8 months prior to filming The Real World. Their relationship was depicted in episode 4 of that season when he visited her at the season residence. So, people may say, we have so much amazing people in our history where we can just click on and just look on them history, look at their greatness, look on how them impact society, make a difference in the world with just being themselves, and being so good, being themselves, being so good, being a role model. That's why I say me as a man, me have to respect the woman them. Me always respect the woman them, but me can't force a woman to respect herself. That is something where she have to go and do on her own. I just look on them history of how them people live them life. Whether them pass on, right? Whether them exist or whether they don't exist yet, or them exist but not ready to take the mantle. But I'm just loving the fact that anytime I click on them article, yeah, I can find somebody when I can look and see say them life did have a meaning and them did represent themselves. Not just themselves, They represent the whole world. And them legacy can't change and we for just keep on highlight them and I show say the job what them do was amazing, right? Tell us all of them things that we can always do a part two. Once we find more information on them, do a little bit more research. But all of these people, them life is so it's so bright. It's like say in living colors. In living colors, that means that we live in a color. Meanwhile, them only see one color, right? Before you see one color, before them only see one color. Meanwhile, we live in a so much different color. Some of the great. Okay, here's one. Claudette Colvin. When most people think of the Montgomery bus boycott, the first name that comes to mind tends to be Rosa Parks. But what if I told you that while Parks' arrest may have been the catalyst for the boycott, she was not the first African American woman who to refuse to give up her seat to a white passenger. In fact, 15-year-old Claudette Colvin was actually the first black woman to be arrested in Montgomery, Alabama for the same act 9 months prior. Yes, me hear about that lady, yeah. But because of Rosa Parks now, and that match I show you, there's so much people who didn't get that recognition. Them people are, hear about them people here. Nevertheless, black civil rights leaders halted protests due to Colvin's age and pregnancy at the time, deeming her an inappropriate representation for their cause. Following her arrest, she became one of four plaintiffs in Bauer v. Gale, which ruled that Montgomery's segregated bus system was unconstitutional. Yes, these people, I tell you, so, I love the facts of them people. You can go find them people and look up them people, and it's not like them hidden. I just we not do it. We are the one now looking at our history and a highlight. But I say this is one of the things I'm gonna continue doing. This is what I'm gonna continue doing. Cause now I see like one and two people I look for set up programs with sense. Because you see, it's because them can click on and go to a full channel and watch something full. If them click to a next channel and them see the same program are go on, what them are gonna do? Turn off them device because people love to watch stuff. But when them not have no choice but to get the good education, it's gonna make a difference or a balance, which means it's not just one and two channel out there push education. It's all of the channel them must say, look, man, educate yourself, learn this. You don't have to have your whole program based on just education. But some part of your program supposed to be informative. I give the people them information to better themselves. Instead of just I give them something to brainwash them and turn them in a fool. Because it's not like we don't have enough fools out there. We have enough fools out there already. We don't need no more. So today, I say I just did a highlight one woman and I end up highlighting two. I'm good with that. Because that's how it's supposed to be. We do a little bit every day and then at the end of the day we can have something to say. Yes, it's a call accomplishment. People, thank you for your time. Thank you AI, because I know say AI always there and I always have to big up AI, big up the silent listener them. Big up the people them do the rewatch, watch it on the rerun. You can always comment on always part of the program. You can always contribute. See? And it's not always monetary wise. Right, people? Again, I thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day. I have forward with some hero later on or tomorrow. Manners, respect is always the order of the day.